Today, I wanted to use this time to show you our new platform. Have you guys all signed in to the new platform?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did last night.
How about you, Melanie, Angela, Betty?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I did too.
Okay, so just in case, for those people who haven't, and again, I'm kind of recording this right now, so this will be more for them. This is what the website looks like, and let me try to find it here. Hold on. I'm going to get this right. Okay. So you guys can see that website there. And this is the one you guys have all signed into?
Yeah.
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 Great, beautiful.
Yeah.
If you haven't signed into it, how you do it is obviously you go to sign up, you say I'm a student, and then you enter one of the class codes that I sent you guys yesterday. What I found is that for most people after this, it's easiest to sign in through Google. Did you guys sign in through Google as well?
Yeah.
I did.
Great. Yeah, I think that's the easiest way to go. So I'm going to go ahead here and log in as a student. And here's my one. Did I get it right? I did get it right. So this will always be your home page. And you will go over here to start off, and it says My Assignments. And you'll see when you click on My Assignments, the assignments for the week. These are not your assignments. My assignments look a little bit different just because I was playing around with it a little bit. But what we'll be starting off with, as you guys may have seen, is the Velt. The Velt is one of my favorite science fiction stories. I think you guys are going to absolutely love it. And I don't want to give you any hints about it because I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it. So each lesson will start off with a little bit of background about the author. In this case, the author is Ray Bradbury, and we're going to be reading a couple of his stories. And I'll just go ahead and read this to you. It says, Ray Bradbury was an American author and screenwriter. Bradbury wrote in various genres, including fantasy, science fiction, horror, mystery fiction, excuse me. In this short story, Mr. and Mrs. Hadley become concerned when they realize how important the machines of their futuristic home are to their children. So right after the kind of introduction to the author and the text, you will get your guidelines for annotation. And that's one of the nice things about this, as opposed to say a reading plus, is you can interact with the text. You can make annotations. And so the annotations, the guidelines say for annotating, comment upon unclear words, events, character inference, and literary elements and devices, text-to-text connections, and the 5 W's. Underline repetition, foreshadowing, evidence of theme, supporting details, highlight major events, twist, revelations, and main ideas. In other words, do the same things that we always do. Any questions about that?
No.
No? Thank you guys for responding. I appreciate it. So it's really straightforward. So what I thought I'd do today, so I'll click on Got It, is I would model how this is supposed to look. What we're going to do going forward is I'm going to give you guys 2 days to do each story. You don't have to take 2 days. You can do it all in 1 day if you want to. Or you can do it all the second day if you want to. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to mimic or copy what we used to do in class. In other words, day 1, you would read for understanding to try to understand the story. And day 2, you would be answering the comprehension questions. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Great, appreciate it. Okay, so this is day one. So all you would have to do is go through and read the, excuse me, and read the story and answer the guiding questions. So let me show you kind of what the expectations would be, excuse me, and how this looks like. So I'm going to read it and I'm going to do just like we used to do in class. I'm going to model what this should look like. So here I go. George, I wish you'd look at the nursery. What's wrong with it? I don't know. Well then, okay, so right off the bat here, I can tell that parents are concerned. Okay, so I'm making notes just as I would used to make notes in class. To make notes, you click on the T. Done. Well then, I just want you to look at it as all, or call a psychologist to look at it. What would a psychologist want with a nursery? You know very well what he'd want. His wife paused in the middle of the kitchen and watched the stove busy humming to itself, making supper for four. It's just that the nursery is different now than it was. All right, let's have a look. So I might probably mark this too, because I kind of agree with the husband. Text. What? It's kind of odd. What would, or why would I should say, why would a psychologist, I can't spell either here either, so let me copy, be quiet Doyle, I can feel you laughing at me. Psychologist want to see a nursery. Do you guys know what a nursery is?
Yeah, it's just a place where you keep the kids when
Place where you
you're.
keep the kids, in particular, really young kids.
Mhm.
So I'm going to keep going here. It says, it's just the nursery is different now than it was. All right, let's have a look. They walked down the hall of their soundproof Happy Life home, which had cost them $30,000 installed. This house, which clothed and fed and rocked them to sleep and played and sang, was good to them. Okay, so I noticed that this house clothes them, rocks them to sleep, plays songs for them, and is good to them. So obviously this is an automated house. Does everything for them. Done. Their approach sensitized a switch somewhere and the nursery light flickered on when they came within 5 feet of it. Similarly, behind them in the halls, lights went on and off as they left behind them with soft automaticity. And so what you see here now is not a comprehension question. What you see here now is a guiding question, just like we used to have guiding questions in AF, Achievement First. So you click on the question, and it's just to make sure that you're understanding what's going on. This is not a comprehension question. It's not a grade. It's not a question you're going to get a grade for. So it says the couple's Happy Life home runs on advanced technology, sounds plausible, is cold and unwelcoming. Maybe, not a lot of evidence for that. Is boring and unimpressive, no evidence for that. Needs to be upgraded, that's insipid. There's your doctor or pharmacist moment. Runs on advanced technology. Any questions, guys?
No.
Not really.
Okay. So, sorry, guys. I mean, you guys sound like you're a little bored. I'm going to have to make this a little bit spicier for the next time around. But I really wanted to make sure you understood what's going on here. Sorry, I'm getting a bunch of texts from kids that they can't get in. It's so frustrating. Let me try to go back to our home screen and see if any kids are wanting in. Oh, Johnny wants in. I got 3 people coming in. Oh, lots of people now.
Here comes the war of stupidity.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's Johnny. Oh, Johnny. And Byron. Big Byron. It's good to see you guys. Who are you? No one wants to show their face. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my screen share, and I know a lot of you just joined us. And I'm so sorry about the difficulty getting in. I'll make sure it's better in the future. Old man in technology. So I'll just go ahead and keep going. I'm going to go back to my screen share and back to our new platform. So I just kind of want to summarize what I've done so far. So day 1, once again, is just about reading for understanding. You take notes by highlighting and clicking on the T sign, the text sign, excuse me, and you answer the guiding questions. That is all you have to do for day 1. Furthermore, you should know that you are going to be graded for your annotations. So again, day 1, reading for understanding, annotations, and guiding questions. I'm going to keep going here. They walked down the hall, their soundproof Happy Life home, and which had cost them $30,000 installed. This house which clothed and fed them and rocked them to sleep and played and sang was good to them. Their approach sensitized a switch somewhere in the nursery. Light flicked on when they came within 10 feet of it. Similarly, behind them in the halls, lights went on and off as they left them behind with soft automaticity. And then we answered the comprehension question that went with it. The couple's Happy Life home runs on advanced technology. Well, said George Hadley. They stood on the thatched floor of the nursery. And I'll just note here, guys, that if you don't know what the word thatched is, it will tell you. They stood on the thatched floor of the nursery. It was 40 feet across by 40 feet long and 30 feet high. It had cost half again as much as the rest of the house, but nothing's too good for our children, George had said. The nursery was silent. Sounds like maybe they spoil their kids. Oh. The nursery was silent. It was empty as a jungle glade at high noon, excuse me, guys. And I'm trying to let other people in. So going back to this, stop share, admit Cassandra and Santos. Good to see you guys or hear from you guys. And I'm going to go back to this now. The nursery was silent. It was empty as a jungle glade at hot noon. Excuse me, guys, at high noon. The walls were blank and two-dimensional. Now, as George and Lydia Hadley stood in the center of the room, the walls began to purr and recede into crystalline distance. It seemed, and presently, an African veldt appeared. Like a veldt is like an African savanna, a grassland, in 3 dimensions on all sides. In color, reproduced to final pebble and bit of straw, the ceiling above them became a deep blue sky with a hot yellow sun. So let me ask someone, are they actually in Africa right now?
No.
No.
Right. So what is happening? You guys should know this better than anybody. Where are they? What kind of room are they in?
Nursery.
Yes.
It's like virtual reality.
There
Yeah.
you go. They are in a VR room. So the kids' nursery is a virtual reality room. The kids' nursery is a place where you can imagine something and it will come to life on the screens. George Hadley felt the perspiration start on his brow. Let's get out of this sun so that you can feel things too. Feel as well as see. Let's get out of this sun, he said. This is a little too real, but I don't see anything wrong. Wait a moment. You'll see, said his wife. I'll make a note here. Author using dialogue to build suspense. Done. Now the hidden odor phonics were beginning to blow a wind of odor at the two people in the middle of the baked beltland. So that means, and I don't want to over annotate here, but they can smell as well. So this room kicks butt. You can see things on the walls, including the ceiling and floor. You can smell things and you can feel things. The two people in the middle of the baked beltland, the hot straw smell of lion grass, the cool green smell of the hidden water hole, the great rusty smell of animals, the smell of dust like a red paprika in the hot air. And now the sounds, the thump of distant antelope feet. And I'm just going to highlight that. The thump of distant antelope feet on the grassy sod, the paper rustling of vultures. A shadow passed through the sky. The shadow flickered on George Hadley's upturned, sweating face. Filthy creatures, he heard his wife say. The vultures? You see, there are lions far over there, that way. Now they're on their way to the watering hole. They've just been eating, said Lydia. I don't know what. Some animal. George Hadley put his hand up to shield the burning light from his squinted eyes. A zebra, a baby giraffe, maybe. Are you sure? His wife sounded particularly tense. No, it's a little too late to be sure, he said, amused. Nothing over there I can see but cleaned bone, and the vultures dropping for what's left. Did you hear that scream? She asked. No, about a minute ago. Sorry, no. Okay, so again, we can see the author using dialogue to raise tension, to raise suspense. And now we have our second guiding question. Again, this is not one of the test questions or quiz questions, if you will. It's just to make sure you understand. It says, what do the parents do and why? They investigate the nursery because Mr. Hadley believes the room is broken. No, he wasn't the one who was concerned. Reprogram the nursery because it's not showing the images it should. Reprogram. Jesus Christ, Steve. Can't read anymore. Reprogram the nursery. No. Go to the nursery because Mrs. Hadley thinks there's something wrong with it. That sounds possible. And finally, go to the nursery to enjoy the warm sun of the veldt.
Pharmacist.
Barista. Okay. So I just want to sum up what I've done, especially since so many people joined us late, and obviously that's my fault, and I'm going to correct whatever it is I did wrong. So we'll have 2 stories a week. You'll have 2 days to do each story. On the first day, you just read for understanding, and on the second day, you read for purpose. When you're reading for understanding, all you do is you make annotations and you answer the guiding question. When you finish the story, you will see a set of questions, including a writing prompt. Does anybody have any questions about what I've done so far? Oh, Jimena. How about it, guys? Any questions about what you've seen so far? Anybody? Anybody have any questions? Nope.
No.
No.
Okay. I'm really excited about this platform, guys. I think it's going to be a lot more fun than the Howard Zinn. It's going to be stories that I pick. It's going to be horror stories. It's going to be science fiction stories. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it. You, again, will have 2 assignments per week. That is not a difficult amount. And I'm reducing the amount of reading plus assignments to 3. And I've reduced the Lexia assignments as well. Guys, I know, Byron, like for instance, you're out there, you haven't been doing your work, brother. I know how hard it is to not do work or to not do your work when no one's making you, when you're not at school. But this is still important, right? School will begin again in the fall, and I don't know what an incomplete will do to your report card. I don't know how your high school will treat it. I don't know if they'll make you take extra classes. I don't know. But I don't think you want to take the chance. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you guys. I just could not be sorrier that this has happened. I miss you guys. And you guys were the last, this class had a chance to do some really special things. But you know, you can still show people how special you are by staying tough through these hard times.
Wait, so are we gonna keep doing exit tickets or no?
No more exit tickets. We will only, so nothing, you will not be doing any more work on Google Classroom. Great question. No more work on Google Classroom. You will only be working on CommonLit and, forgive me, Reading Plus. And again, I'm reducing your Reading Plus and Lexia assignments. So all of your grade is going to be based on those 2 things. I will say that again. All of your grade is going to be based on those 2 platforms, Reading Plus and CommonLit. Any other questions? Sorry, my phone is blowing up here with lots of people who say they're still can't get in. It's a bummer. We'll get this all fixed before it's said and done. So I see Daniel. Lexa said she can't join. Tell her we'll try again tomorrow. And so, yes, our first story this week is the Velt, if you're joining us early. I'm going to post this video so you can watch it all over again if you need to. Yeah, so again, today, just read for understanding and annotate. You are being graded on the annotations. Tomorrow, answer the questions that come at the end of the read. So let me ask just one more time. Are there any questions? Okay. So I'll go ahead and stop the recording for now. Again, tomorrow, so I'm going to send out another Zoom invitation. I am so sorry, everyone. Santos, Harold, Jimena, it's Michelle. It's so good to see you, even see your names. I'm so sorry that there was so much trouble. And we'll get it right tomorrow. So I'm going to send out another Zoom invitation, and we'll do it again tomorrow. Does it sound good, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I miss you guys. So Harold, I see your message about explaining it again. And I'll say once again, I've recorded this. I will post this Zoom video everywhere. So you'll have a chance to re-see everything. And if you still have questions, you can message me or email me, etc. Awesome. I see that, Harold. All right, guys. It was so good seeing you guys. And I will send out another link. I promise I won't screw this up again tomorrow. Thank you so much for being patient with me. And again, it was really good to see you guys. You guys take care, okay?
Yeah, you too.
All right. Thanks, guys. Bye, everyone.
Bye.